It's April 19th, 2022, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxell, and somehow I've morphed into a James Bond villain. You no longer have to wear a mask on an airplane. Hooray! A federal judge in Florida ruled against the TSA's mask mandate order. Airlines will now start charging you a fee for not wearing a mask. And for wearing a mask. That same Florida judge went on to outlaw sleeves on Greyhound buses, shoes in grocery stores, and any jeans other than cut-off jean shorts. Because Florida. This past Sunday was Easter, a holiday for those of the Christian faith. For those not of the Christian faith, it is just Sunday. Speaking of Easter, the White House Easter egg roll returned to the White House for the first time since 2019. Old Joe got caught up in the egg-citement. I'm so sorry about that. And actually found the elusive golden egg containing a gold $1 coin, which, thanks to Biden, only has the spending power of 79 cents. Coincidentally, that's also Biden's age. And if you divide 79 by 2, you get his approval rating. Math. Numbers don't lie. Hashtag Trump lost. Hashtag get over it. Hey, that piece had something for everybody. Hashtag bipartisan. President Biden visited North Carolina A&T University on Thursday. Thinking he was at AT&T University, he thanked them for his rotary dial phone and their cable services. Ukrainian President Zelensky has personally invited President Biden to visit Ukraine. When asked about this decision, Zelensky responded, "Have you ever tried talking to this guy over the phone? He can't hear half the time. A personal visit is much easier." President Biden will require U.S.-made steel and iron to be used for all of his coming infrastructure projects. This is great news for any of your kids who will need jobs this summer. Congress wants to boost computer chip manufacturing and research here in the United States to mitigate the shortage of computer chips so wildly affecting consumers. I have a suggestion. Chips are tiny, they have tiny hands. It just makes sense. Texas Governor Greg Abbott brought a busload of migrants to Capitol Hill to call out the Biden administration's immigration policies. White House cat Willow Biden was there to greet the people on board with purrs and friendly meows, but slapped Governor Abbott in the face. One of my cats is crapping in the litter box right here. According to tax documents released Friday, Vice President Kamala Harris, hey, do you remember her? Earned twice as much income in 2021 as President Joe Biden. But Biden is 4 times as old as Harris, so he has the edge there. Elon Musk reportedly bid over $43 billion to purchase all of Twitter. He would have bid more, but he exceeded the character limit. Musk's offer has some people scrambling to buy up shares of Twitter, including Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Tim Millard.
Here's proof positive that complaining about your wages on Sketchworks NewsBrake gets results. You may remember last week I criticized Brian for not really paying me at all. Well, he decided to pay me. In fact, I'm waiting for the Venmo transfer right now, and I'm hoping with all the money he's going to be sending me, I can use it to buy some Twitter stock. In fact, all right, let's see what we... You paid me $0? $0? You son of a...
Now, there's no need to thank me, Tim. You earned every penny. A 9-year-old girl was shot at a mall in California while waiting in line to see the Easter Bunny. Though the shooter is still unknown, they suspect the Easter Bunny's arch nemesis, the Passover chinchilla. Speaking of Passover, this weekend was the beginning of the holiday. For those who don't know, Passover celebrates the Jews being freed as slaves, which means it's basically Juneteenth for Jews, except the Jews got to go to the Promised Land while African Americans got Jim Crow. Alabama is temporarily shutting down all of its driver's licensing offices while they update their computer system that has been in use for almost 20 years. Alabama officials say they're very excited to replace their old ENIAC with a fleet of Data Point 2200s. We also have a note from the writer of that joke with some alternative punchlines. They're updating from the Commodore PET to the Apple II. They're ditching Windows 3.1 and going with iMacs. And for our Gen Z viewers, they're upgrading from a potato to a toaster. Vote in the comments below for your favorite punchline. I'm so old, I used most of those things, which is why my computer science degree from Georgia Tech is now utterly useless. Staying in the world of technology, with rising demand for organ transplants and fewer donors, scientists are hoping to use 3D printing as an alternative for new organs. In response, convicted felon and former Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes is starting a new paper lung and kidney printing company. A man in Arizona was arrested after stuffing over 180 dead animals into his freezer. Because that's inhumane. He should have ground them up and served them on a sesame seed bun like the rest of us. Hey, are you someone who has always wanted to take a sketch writing class? You're in luck. Sketchworks Comedy is offering a virtual sketch writing class beginning Monday, April 25th. Find all the information you need at sketchworkscomedy.com. We're also offering summer camps for kids and teens afflicted with being funny. And this is where the editor inserts Maria's video. Oh, Malachi did a serious number in that litter box.
Sketchworks Comedy summer camps are back and in person. During our 2-week camp, kids will play improv games, create funny characters, and write sketches for their own original comedy show. Not excited yet? Campers will also shoot a professionally produced video sketch and premiere it at their showcase. Also included, a show poster, camp t-shirts, awards, and a pizza party. Let's get back into comedy. Sketchworks, cranking out the funny.
Go to sketchworkscomedy.com to learn more. And if you haven't already, please check out our latest sketch comedy video, The New Princess, which you can find wherever you're watching this right now. If you're not watching this right now, please watch this right now. FEMA says that despite the increase in women emergency responders, they still have a long way to go when it comes to diversity. So please, next time you're drowning after a hurricane, refuse help unless it's from a non-binary Native American immigrant. Staying with bloated federal agencies, the Food and Drug Administration is investigating why dozens of people got sick after eating Lucky Charms cereal. It seems Lucky the Leprechaun isn't messing around anymore with those pesky kids who keep trying to find his pot of gold. An elderly man's home listing for $800,000 in the Washington, D.C. area has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a squatter in the basement. The listing states that the buyer should expect to put in some TLC. Wait, the squatter needs some TLC? D.C. squatters are the worst! Thursday, Kim Jong-un gifted a luxury apartment to longtime state-run news anchor Ri Chun-hee. As a fellow news anchor, all I have to say is, perhaps the benevolent North Korean dictator would be interested in helping me get a new kitchen? If you're watching, all supreme grand ruler who is as strong as he is attractive, wire me $10,000 for a new kitchen, and I shall forever praise your magnanimity and let you use my nanobot space laser. I also take Bitcoin. Tennessee State Senator Frank Nicely, in a motivational speech about homelessness, stated that Hitler prepared for his life in the history books while living on the streets. The moral to his speech? Don't let homelessness get in the way of becoming a dictator, kids. I just realized something. It's been all the way since the start of this week's show, since we've mentioned Florida here on Sketchworks NewsBrake. So let's rectify that grievous error right now. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says people in the U.S. illegally shouldn't bother coming to Florida. As he puts it, life will not be easy for you. Coincidentally, that's also the new state slogan of Florida. A man in Florida cut his arm open with a knife and defaced a Holocaust memorial by smearing it with his blood. An act that has even the devil saying, "Dude, you need Jesus." Florida's Department of Education rejected 54 math textbooks it believes will indoctrinate students into learning critical race theory. The department also accepted 54 meth textbooks. Sheriff's deputies in Florida captured video footage of a large alligator crawling through a front yard before making its way into a community lake. It's not news that the gator was there. That's just a typical day in Florida. What's news is that the law enforcement officials didn't have a camera malfunction on their end for once. And that is called misdirection. Rescue efforts are underway to save a World War II naval vessel that is sinking near Buffalo. The ship started sinking after it was attacked by 90-year-old Nazis who keep forgetting the war is over. Last year, an angry Irishman, as if there's any other kind, called Dublin International Airport to complain about the noise over 12,000 times. Experts agree that number would have been doubled if Spirit Airlines flew to Dublin. A youth softball umpire in Laurel, Mississippi was assaulted by a 12-year-old player's mother. After assaulting the umpire, the mom refused to leave the premises. Authorities state that the mother has been banned for 10 years by the Academy from attending games. A new space lounge will begin flights in 2024, with tickets costing $125,000. Spaceship Neptune will ascend at 12 miles an hour. 12 miles an hour at that price? I can drive 90 miles an hour on 285 for free. Speaking of which, the California Highway Patrol recently cited Britney Spears after authorities said they saw her driving at an unsafe speed for prevailing conditions. Spears said her unsafe driving is the result of years of being victimized by an unfair conservatorship. This just in, Harrison Birtwistle died. Harrison Birtwistle, the groundbreaking composer, the creator of daringly experimental modern music, recognized as one of Britain's greatest contemporary composers? Okay, well, never mind then. Tinder has launched a new feature called Festival Mode that allows users to hook up at music festivals around the country. Sources say this eliminates the inconvenience of hooking up indoors and talking to people. Ugh, talking is so boring. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxell. Say hi to your mom for me. I'll show her my Harrison Birtwistle.
Pakistan should not, and Afghanistan should be people.
Oh, the Easter Bunny, easy, Mr. President.
A new space